So Ed, great question. I'm going to really address something here, which is, what are some things about Asian culture that are helpful and some things that are maybe not so much? Right? And so I'm going to deep dive into a couple of things that have made an impact on me. And I know they may be controversial. And my request is that don't send me hate mail, okay, if you're listening to this. First, there's some things about Asian culture, and I'm going to be very generic. I know there's many, many types of Asian, whether you're Burmese or you're Chinese or Japanese or Indian or Bengali, there's a lot. But I think that one of the values we find across Asia is that there's a strong family-centric focus, right? That there's this core unit of family. And I would describe that family as further to say multi-generational families, right? Where you're going to have grandparents all the way down to grandchildren involved in most relationships. What I find is that there's wisdom from grandparents, right? And there's beauty in youth. There's beauty in ideas. And there's something really beautiful about family traditions and very beautiful about family meals and generations of food being passed out and all those wonderful aspects. But there's another side to also look at to see how much you want to perhaps participate in it or not. You know, one of the things that I grew up with was always listen to your elders. The truth is, if I followed the financial advice of my elders, I would have the same financial conditions as them. If I followed the career advice that my elders gave me, I would be miserable in a different career path. There's also like this prefixed way of this is your only career path or these limited things. And those things actually create limited beliefs in people that then prevent them from exploring their greatness in other ways. So I think that one of the responsibilities that we have as perhaps the next generation of people looking to help the next generation of people in our community is to take all the yummy stuff and maybe start evaluating the stuff that's not so great to say, what could I do to make it great? Right? That there's something to be said for following in tradition, but there's also something to be said for carving your own way, to evaluating the truth for yourself. And oftentimes children are drowned in mythology, right? The family says, do this, do this, do this, and that mythology becomes the truth for a child, right? When you're a child, your parents are God. And this can lead to significant impacts in the future. And so my invitation is to you, to anyone listening, is to actually choose your own life, to choose it freely, and to really, really look for yourself, what is true for you, and to separate those things from what others have told you to be true, but are not necessarily true for you. And it's not to make them wrong. If your parents think you should be a doctor and perhaps you think you should be an astronaut, your parents aren't wrong because that's their truth, and neither are you. Because one of the beautiful things about being a human being is that we can each hold our own truths. And so that's my invitation to the young people out there is to, freedom matters to you. If you want to live a life of satisfaction and joy and completeness, is to really evaluate your own truth.
That's very impactful. That's actually the question I'm looking for, or the answer. That's wonderful. Thank you, Mo.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.